Automation has numerous benefits. It reduces the price of goods, increasing the real income of the people who buy those goods. With a higher real income, people can use the extra money to buy other things. Hence, automation increases the average standard of living. Automation also brings about some harms. It puts people out of work. They must go through a period of unemployment and perhaps retraining before getting another job. This can be harmful not just to the unemployed person, but also to his or her dependents. Because of age discrimination, people of a certain age who have lost their job may be unable to find another job. There is evidence that automation eliminates jobs. The percentage of American workers involved in manufacturing dropped from 35% in 1947 to 9% in 2011. Spreadsheets and other software packages are reducing the need for accountants and bookkeepers. There's also evidence that automation creates more jobs than it destroys. Automation causes new kinds of jobs to be created. For example, the automation of stock exchanges has led securities firms to hire mathematicians and computer scientists to develop automated trading systems. The work week hasn't gotten shorter, even though productivity has doubled since World War II, because the increase in productivity has been used to improve the average standard of living. Another reason is that people are aware that layoffs have happened and can happen again. This knowledge is a strong incentive for salaried workers to put in long hours, so they won't be part of the next layoff. Proponents of globalization say it helps workers in developing countries in several ways. Globalization increases competition and lowers prices, improving the purchasing power of everyone and raising the global standard of living. Globalization gives people in developing countries access to jobs. When they gain employment, their prosperity increases. Every example in the 20th century of a poor country becoming more prosperous has been the result of that country producing goods for the world market, rather than trying for self-sufficiency. Prosperity reduces the chance of countries going to war. Opponents of globalization say it hurts workers in developing countries by forcing them to compete with subsidized American agribusinesses. Mexican farmers who cannot compete with these prices are driven out of business. Most of them cannot find jobs in Mexico and end up immigrating to the United States. Pippa Norris says the digital divide has two dimensions. The global divide refers to the disparity in internet access between more industrialized nations and less industrialized nations. The social divide refers to the difference in access between the rich and poor within a particular country. Mark Warschauer says the term digital divide promotes the idea that the difference between the haves and the have-nots is simply a question of access. But it's more complicated than that. In reality, the underlying social system affects the adoption of information technology. Another problem with the term digital divide, according to Warschauer, is that it implies that people either use information technology or they do not, when in reality there is a continuum of engagement with information technology. Third, the term digital divide implies that a lack of access will lead to a less advantaged position in society. But there is no simple causality. Each factor affects the other.